There are certain words that are difficult to translate because the nearest modern equivalent is close enough to be useful, but yet difficult enough to be misleading. Gefrain is one of those words. It is often translated as reputation, and that is not entirely wrong. Yet when most people hear the word reputation today, they think of image. They think of public perception. They think of popularity. They think of what other people think about them. The older understanding, however, was somewhat different. A reputation can be managed. An image can be cultivated. Gefrain has more to do with what remains after the managing stops. It is the judgment that accumulates from a lifetime of deeds. Not what a man claims to be, not what he wishes to be, not even what he believes himself to be, but what those around him have learned through experience. One of the great temptations of the modern world is the ability to separate appearance from reality. A man may carefully construct an image of himself. He may present himself as wise, capable, generous, brave, honorable, or successful. Through social media and modern communications, he may project that image to thousands of people who have never met him. Yet the people who actually know him, now they often tell a different story. Most of us have known someone who was admired by people who barely knew them, and yet distrusted by those who worked beside them every day. The image, that was impressive. The evidence was not. That distinction matters because our ancestors lived in a world where such separation was far more difficult. A farmer might spend his entire life within a day's travel of where he was born. His neighbors knew him. They knew whether he kept his word. They knew whether he paid his debts. They knew whether he carried his share of the burden when work needed to be done. They knew whether he could be trusted or not in difficult times. No amount of storytelling could permanently overcome repeated failure. Likewise, no amount of modesty could conceal a lifetime of dependable conduct. The community knew, and over time, judgments formed. Those judgments became a man's Gefrain. This is one reason why reputation in the elder world was not merely a matter of popularity. A man could be respected without being liked. He could be feared without being admired. He could be well known and still possess a poor Gefrain. The measure was never visibility. The measure was character demonstrated through action. This idea appears repeatedly throughout the old literature. Again and again we encounter concern for what will be remembered after death. Not merely whether a name survives, but what accompanies that name when it is spoken. The Havamal reminds us that cattle die, kinsmen die, and we ourselves must also die. Yet it says there is one thing that never dies, the reputation of a dead man. Modern readers often interpret this as concern for fame. I am not convinced this is what the passage is truly emphasizing. Fame is simply being known. Gefrain concerns how one is known. These are not the same thing. History remembers many famous people, not all of them are remembered well. Likewise, there are countless men and women whose names never appeared in any history book, yet whose memory remains cherished by children, grandchildren, friends, neighbors, and communities long after they are gone. Which of these possess the greater Gefrain? I think our ancestors would have had a clear answer. One of the reasons this matters is that Gefrain is not built through grand achievements alone. Most of it is built through ordinary days. A father returning home after work, a neighbor helping to repair a fence, a friend keeping a promise, a leader accepting responsibility when things go wrong, a community member showing up when help is needed. These moments rarely attract attention. No songs are written about them. No monuments commemorate them. Yet over years and decades, they accumulate into something larger: trust. Trust is perhaps the closest modern concept to the heart of Gefrain. Not trust as a feeling, trust as a conclusion. Trust that has been earned through repeated experience. When someone says, "I know what kind of man he is," they are often speaking about Gefrain, whether they realize it or not. Because ultimately, Gefrain is not what we say about ourselves. It is the answer others give when our name comes up and we are not present to defend it. That can be an uncomfortable thought. Most of us would prefer to write our own story. We would prefer to be judged by our intentions. We would prefer to be remembered according to our aspirations. Life rarely works that way. People judge us according to what they experience. They remember what we consistently do. Not once, not twice, but over years. The man who keeps his word develops a Gefrain for reliability. The man who avoids responsibility, he develops a different one. The woman who consistently serves her family and community develops a Gefrain for dependability. The person who pursues appearances while neglecting obligations, they develop a different one. None of this happens quickly, and that may be one of the most important lessons. Gefrain cannot be manufactured. It cannot be purchased. It cannot be demanded. It cannot be claimed. It must be earned. And because it is earned through countless small actions, it is available to nearly everyone. Most of us will never be famous. Most of us will never leave behind great monuments. Most of us will never even be remembered by history. Yet all of us leave behind a story. The question is not whether people will speak of us, because they will. The question is, what will they say? Will they remember someone who carried their share of the burden? Someone who could be trusted? Someone whose word meant something? Someone who strengthened the people around them? Or will they remember excuses, broken promises, and neglected obligations? That is the question of Gefrain. Not whether your name survives, but what your